All right, everyone. Thanks so much for listening to the episode of Full Body Cast presents Garage Night. Garage Night brought to you by Cole Street Brewery, Enumclaw, Washington, 1627 Cole Street, Enumclaw, Washington. Take yourself in, get 15% off your drinks. Bordeaux Wine Bar, get $2 off your flight. Tag yourself in, show the server, get $2 off your first drink. And then Mazalon, say hi to Andy Cardenas and make fun of his haircut. And then you can also get some money off, I'm guessing. We're going to do a Full Body Friday coming up soon. Lots of stuff going on. Lots of golf trips. I got to hear about these guys. I know these guys are doing stuff. We haven't talked in a while. So anyway, we got Craig Bentley on the mic.
Here I am. And there you are.
Deep.
Philosopher.
I think Corey just kind of got a little excited for this this episode.
No, it's a tease. It won't go anywhere.
We got Corey Bentley on the mic.
But I'm glad to be here, though, even though he won't go any deeper.
That's just Craig doesn't go that deep. He tries, but then he doesn't. Well, we got a lot to talk about. I'd like to invite everyone also. Month is flying by. Last Wednesday of the month is trivia. We have trivia at Cole Street Brewery. This Wednesday, I think that's going to be like the 27th or something like that. No, it's that Friday, so probably 25th, actually. Let me check. But come on out. Craig, are you going to be able to make that one? I know you like to defend the old throne.
TBD.
Okay.
TBD.
Oh, you're on CBD? 26, Wednesday the 26th, 6:30. Come on out. Cole Street, 1627 Cole Street, Washington. We kind of check in, hang out at 6:30, and then go to 7. Last time we did it, it was pretty fun, but and the man who shall not be named, he's just racking up those game vault. So if you win and you really want to ruin someone's Wednesday night, if you happen to win the first round, take that game vault gift card, because then he might just leave.
Yeah, it's pointless from there on.
At that point, it's done. But we do have some Skarey Skelleys. Let's go ahead and start that off. He sends these out like when we get done recording, and then he sends one, and I'm like, okay, I'll read this in a couple weeks. Hopefully, it's still relevant. But and I leave them on read. So I mean, I don't read them because I like the surprise as well. So we all got the shades on. It's a hot day.
Yes, it is.
Well, you want to put your mouthpiece in a little bit, Corey? You want to put those shades on? Or you want to keep them off?
Oh, I'm good.
Okay, I'm gonna take mine off too.
Not this guy.
Craig's still shining bright.
All right. So Skarey Skelley, Jared Skelley, he's a Patreon of the show. If this is your first time listening, he is a Patreon. He pays money per month. Hopefully he's forgotten about that, but he gets the perks of asking us questions. I got to ask these guys. And then when we do our fantasy football, he asks those questions as well. I've got, Corey, are you in on fantasy football if we do you like doing it weekly?
No.
You don't like doing it either?
I thought we weren't doing it.
No. I'm asking you. I know somebody isn't wanting to do it.
I'm good without it. I'm good just doing these.
Okay.
These are fun.
I'm kicking around filling your guys' seats for those then.
That's fine.
Would you guys want to make guest appearances every once in a while? Is it just too much per week, or are you guys just not interested at all?
Oh, to be honest,
yeah,
I would probably make a guest appearance here and there, but every week I'm done.
Okay, done.
Yeah.
Would you do if we did you made some, and you don't have to do those, maybe you just send them to me and I can do them. Would you guys want to do just a post instead rather than a whole start this person, sit this and just a post? Or like per week? Or would you guys not even want to do that?
Yeah, no, I think it's just when we were coming in here to record for the 15 minutes and it wasn't lining up with what other recording we were doing, it became a lot. I don't mind doing the research and maybe sending something in and doing that kind of stuff. I think that's fine. It's just coming here every week for 15
and
minutes.
I think it's very saturated of a market of what people are listening to for fantasy podcasts.
Right, but
they are everybody has one. That everywhere you look, there's one out going on, and it's basically like the same things regurgitated.
I agree, except we have an edge.
What's that?
People do the opposite of what we say.
That's true.
So,
They can do the opposite of what we post.
yeah, they're still good at that. We still need to feed the people something to do the opposite of. All right, so Skarey Skelley's first question. Last great movie you saw in the theater. Last great movie you saw in the theater.
I can't remember the last time I went to a theater.
Man,
You stumped them.
yeah.
This is
I'm
it.
trying to remember the last time I went to a theater also.
I mean, I've gone to some PTA things for my kids, like that's where, go down to the chalet, and I think we've watched like, what's the song? Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno, no. That one.
It was probably, for me, it was probably the last Avengers movie that came out.
Are you an Avengers guy?
Oh, yeah, I love Marvel.
Are you, have you seen him in chronological order? Have you like rewatched him
I don't
the way you're supposed to?
I don't rewatch movies.
Oh, you're one and done?
For the most part.
I know now what happens. I don't need to know anymore. I can't remember last time. Maybe one of the first John Wick or the second I might have went to the theater. But I haven't been.
It's been a while.
It's been a long time since.
What do you miss though? I miss the movie theater popcorn. Like I have to get a full tub for myself. I don't share.
Nah, I don't.
No,
miss,
little Coke.
I never got anything.
I didn't. Yeah,
I was so used to going to movies and not getting.
we
one
used
thing
to
when we
smuggle
wanted.
stuff in, so I never really got anything.
Oh, okay.
I didn't pay $7 for a 20-ounce bottle of water.
Dude, it's worth it though. Like it's I know, I get it. That's
You can
Vegas
get-
too.
they have this thing where it's like movie butter popcorn for home.
It's not the same.
What you do is we used to go to Burger King right before, get food, and then put it in her purse, and then we just smuggle it in and eat Burger King and watch the movie. And I'd have to pay the price for their stuff.
For their stuff.
Yeah.
I want to kind of go back to how Craig never rewatches a movie. Do you re-listen to songs, or do you hear one song and you're done? I heard that song before. I'm good.
No, I'll explain a little bit. It's a long joke because we always had like DVDs and all that kind of stuff, and the kids would be like, "Well, let's watch something." Well, I never wanted to watch DVDs because I already seen them all, right? But yet, if like Transformers comes on FX as you're just flipping through the channels, I'll sit and like I've seen it like 20 times, and I will watch it again.
Yes, okay.
But I'm not going to the effort of going and getting a DVD and putting it in.
Okay, I get that. Unless it's a Christmas movie. You might redo a Christmas movie every once in a while.
If it's on TV, that's the only way I've ever rewatched anything.
That's how we used to watch our movies, though. Like KSTW was on. Well, we didn't have cable when I was growing up. Maybe you guys did, but it would be like Predator, like cut, Terminator. It was like action movies that would go to commercial, and they'd be like, "Hey," instead of the mother effer, they'd be like, "Hey, your mother's a flubber," like.
But it'd be like recorded over, so it'd be mother flubber. And then,
Yes, that is true. But did you guys have cable growing up?
Yeah.
And what were you guys like? Was it MTV, Nickelodeon, Nick at Night? Like, what were you guys, ESPN all the time? What were you guys rocking on the old cable box?
ESPN was on quite a bit.
I mean, I think it was like ESPN, like MTV, probably later on. Early years, it was like Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, Star Trek, wrestling.
But see, that's all on, well, I guess the wrestling was like USA Network.
Yeah, wrestling was USA. Star Trek was on after wrestling.
Yeah. I guess you would need it for that. My mom was not a fan of wrestling, and I loved it. And so we'd go, like, she'd have the big TV in the living room, so we'd go watch TV on the small TV in her room with my dad, in the parents' room. Anyway, we'd have that back button. I'm sure most people use the back button later on in life for like watching like Cinemax late at night. And, like hopefully your parents said, "Well, no, I'm actually watching these flip back ESPN or something." That was my flip back was wrestling because my mom did not like it. So I'd be watching it, and then I could hear my mom like walking down the hallway, boom, click over to like friggin' Power Rangers or something. Loved sneaking wrestling. wrestling in our bedroom. Me and my bro, we pretended we were Macho Man or whatever. We'd go out there with the music and do the thing, and then we'd wrestle quietly because my mom hated the wrestling. She hated it even then too, and so we'd like one of our like legs would like bam hit the wall. What are you guys doing in there? Nothing. We're watching TV. But it was.
Greg just waited till they left to beat up on me.
Yeah, we do, but we always had a pool for the most part, and we would do wrestling moves in the pool.
Yes,
that's what was fun. I still do that at my pool now.
Let's go do it right now.
All right, let's do it. Choke slam. Next time you come over.
Hey.
Wait, will we be in the pool or outside the pool?
Well, going from outside in.
You know what that choke slam gets you? Invited to the pool.
Dude. And everyone, just so you know, Craig's selling wristbands, and you get all the choke slams that you can get, that you can take. He'll do it.
Razor's edge for a little bit more.
Oh, that's dangerous. Off the diving board.
Did you guys do the old trampoline wrestling? Did you guys ever get into the backyard wrestling too?
No, I didn't.
No, but I went to some shows though, because that was the guys in my grade, Drew and Dane, a couple of those guys. They put on a show at the Tim's house. Speaking of,
oh really?
And I remember we went and they sold tickets and stuff. I think they did one at the school gym too that they hired. Randy.
I remember that
They hired Randy, I think, to be security because they had to have somebody there. But we went to a couple shows and they did the backyard wrestling. I think Creanie was in one too.
How did they? And they were off ladders and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And they never.
Yep.
Did they ever get any seriously hurt ever?
Not that I remember hearing about. I'm sure they got hurt because
right.
I mean, even though it's like the stage, you're still doing like crazy shit.
Yes.
So I remember they were up on the roof, coming off the roof, and just I think one of them went up on the stands in the gym and came off the stands. So they were doing that all the time. I never got into doing it.
Fluorescent light bulbs just crashing over people's backs.
Death matches.
That's crazy.
No.
That's way cool that they do that. That's like getting a band and playing a show.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. They had to like probably sit out there and say, okay, this is how we're gonna do it. This is how they kind of plan it out.
Yeah, you
gotta
plan it out.
Pretty impressive. That's pretty. We should actually have them on some point and just like ask about that.
Yeah, I'm sure they got plenty of stories.
Yeah,
about
that was
it,
the rage too.
Yeah,
at that time. Well, all right. So, Skarey Skelley, sorry. I think the last one I watched in the movie theater was like an actual like movie. Was like Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Going to the, I gotta rephrase this. I do not prefer like like initially like when James was like, hey, we're gonna go to the movies. I'm like, ugh. It's like freaking 2.5 hours out of my life. I got other things I want to do. But then when you go and you sit there with your kid and you see just like the joy and like the suspense and like the laughter when it's goofy, some goofy joke that it's like, okay, all right, this is good. This is some good stuff. This is living in the moment. This is good. So
the access you have now to watch whatever you want from your house though is like on like the new movies come out. If you really want to watch a new movie and sit at home, you can pay the $20 and rent it.
Yeah.
Or you can just wait for it to come down and rent it like a normal movie from your house now.
Yeah.
So it's like the demand to go out there. It's more of a nostalgia thing to go to the movie theater to experience like being there than it is to actually worry about seeing the movie. Unless you're doing like some IMAX type of big screen. Because for me, I got a big a big enough TV in my
cool.
living room. I'm fine with watching it with that.
But there's that going in, getting your shoes a little like sticky.
But again, that it has to be big enough of a draw to make you do it pay all that money over sitting there. So there's this huge debate I get made fun of for.
Okay.
And it's like anything in life like that. But I get made fun of it for with like cooking and food and stuff.
Yeah.
So what I say is I don't have like a super sophisticated palate, right? So some people make fun of me because I don't like cooking. I know how to cook, but I won't do it. And the analogy I make is like you can make a homemade Hot Pocket and take an hour to make it and it would be delicious, right? But I can microwave a Hot Pocket in 2 minutes and eat it. And the difference in taste of those two things isn't worth the time for me to take an hour to make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I get made fun of for that because everybody's like, no, you got to have this. It's way better. I'm like, I understand that it tastes better, but the difference to me isn't worth the time.
It's time. So time is money. Money is time.
It's just not worth, my taste buds and the flavor isn't worth it to me to take the time to do it.
Okay. Have you ever done it though once?
On certain, not a hot pocket, but like I've cooked before and made my own meals and stuff.
And you like that?
But
Not
again,
all the time.
It's not worth all the time doing it for the
Right.
difference in taste. Agree, it's better.
Yeah.
100% agree it's
Yeah.
going to taste better. But I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
And I always get shit for it.
What about you, Craig?
I would go more along the lines of what Corey is. I'm not a big. I mean, I love like steaks. I love meat. I love doing that kind of stuff. I'm not that guy.
What do you love?
He loves meat.
Just say that one more
Big
time.
old meat.
I love meat.
And I'm gonna splice up.
There you go.
I'm
There
gonna,
you go.
I'm
I
gonna
did it on purpose.
Thank
for
you. I'm gonna splice up the choke slam part too. I love I love slam choking meat.
But I'm not the best barbecue guy. I'm not the guy that's gonna go spend an hour doing rubs and coming up with a whole bunch
I
of
love
stuff.
that stuff. Joey got me in on that stuff, but you're not that guy.
Well, I mean, I actually do some of that stuff. Like the night before, I'll make a rub or I'll do some of that. But I'm not. I'm like looking some stuff up and go, oh, that sounds good, and doing it. I'm not taking the time to research a ton of stuff.
Right, yes,
Or
yeah.
use
But
something
like-
that somebody else said that you need to do this.
Yeah,
I'm not.
right.
I'm not doing that kind of stuff.
But you're honing it yourself. Like if I have a Saturday to myself, I know I'm not going to do anything that Saturday. That is what is like tempting to me on a nice, beautiful day to be like, well, I'll smoke, some ribs, and then I'll slowly cook those ribs, and then and I'm mowing, and I don't have to like babysit it. I just have to go check on it, spray it down with some apple cider vinegar. But other than that, it's just like it's cooking it, and then at the end of the day, take it off, and the family gets to enjoy it. So I like that aspect if I know I'm going to be home. But like probably with you, if it like fast foods like kind of thing, it's like, well, am I going to want to go home, put something together, feed everyone, or do I just want to run through fast food real quick, buy it and go?
Yeah, and I don't think so. I'm not saying like it's wrong to like for people to take this if that's what you enjoy.
Right.
Like do whatever. But for me, my entire life has always been retail, and it's always been with somebody in retail, and it's always been different schedules, and it's always been hit or miss whether we're in and out. And for me, it's always been the same thing. Like, why is that worth my time?
Yeah.
Especially when it's just for me.
Yeah.
Like when I'm the only one that's going to eat it. Like, why would I take 2 hours to do something when I could just eat and then go do something else?
Right. One cool thing is how, with cooking wise, like Veronica, we're going to get to Veronica's Hot Topics in a little bit, but she bought it's like a freaking stainless steel, like flat, it's not like a barbecue, but it's like
a hibachi?
Yes. And it's outside, got gas going through it. So she can do cheeseburgers, she can grill her onions, and she can make tacos.
Is it called it's like something stone?
Yeah,
grill?
dude.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like
Yeah.
that sounds so fun to me, where you could just go out there and grill differently, like where you're able to be out. It sounds like it's a lot of cleaning though at the end of it, but yeah, you can just like have little pod areas that you're just friggin' dicing up onions and mushrooms, and I don't know, that would be fun. I would. That's one of those purchases that it's probably like $700, and I'm just like driving home from the casino, going like I could have bought one of those things instead of
But I'm going to put this back in the machine.
Could have bought 5 of those.
That would have been fun.
What's funny is you could have went and just bought it, but they probably had one up at the casino. It was like,
Yeah.
win
Trying to
this,
win it.
win this from the slot. And you pay like 7 times the amount just trying to win it.
That's true. That is true. All right, so another second Skarey Skelley question. How high do you draft Bijan, am I saying that right? Robinson this year? You guys have done zero research.
No, me and Jared have already had this conversation.
Then talk.
So the part of the reason he's asking it because in our league that he's in, if you draft a rookie and you want to keep him for the next year, you have to give up the round that you pick him in, right? So if somebody drafts him in the first round, you have to give up the first round next year as well. So I'm sitting at 2-1, and I've told anybody that I'm like, if he falls to 2-1, I'll take him. But if you're going to pay for it, if you want him, you have to draft him in the first round, and you're going to have to give up the first round pick to keep him. So, I think in most redraft leagues, I'm seeing him go in the first round still. So it won't surprise me if he goes in between 6 and 10 in the first round.
What do you? So who do you have right now from last year for you?
I still have Najee Harris, and Christian Watson was my rookie keeper, and I traded for Justin Jefferson.
Oh, you got Justin Jefferson, number 99 or ranked 99 on the old
Madden,
one of the only 99ers with Travis Kelce. What about you, Craig? Who you bringing into your? We'll be quick on this. We won't go because you guys don't want to do fantasy football podcast anymore.
Well, I haven't done a ton of research on him. I would not go first round, 100%. Second round to me, 2-1. Maybe it's because I haven't did a lot of research. I probably wouldn't do that either. I was thinking more like third round.
So
there's no way he lasts to the third round in any league.
So do you think right now, there's a lot of, and I'm going to blame Jonathan Taylor Thomas on this one. I'm going to.
That's fine. You see those sweet new uniforms they put out?
Dude, they're sweet. We're going to talk about that in a second. Those are sweet. Those
midnight
midnight
jersey.
What is it called? Midnight something? Or like midnight special? It's like he has like some name.
I thought you were trying to do like midnight meat train joke or something.
I think that's what they're called. Actually,
I think they're called like Indiana Nights or something.
Yeah,
like
something like that. But running backs are not as valued right now, getting paid by the NFL. Do you feel like that's the same? That also transfers and translates into fantasy football? Because you've got a lot of double backs. You got a lot of teams that are got the third round or third down back, but also, I mean, you've also got great quarterbacks right now. We have a lot of good quarterbacks out there. They're throwing the ball a lot more.
Yeah, but your meat and potatoes is still running back receiver, and the difference between like your fourth running back and your 12th running back is bigger than the difference between your fourth quarterback and your 12th quarterback. Like you can still draft a quarterback late still. Like you're not going to touch Mahomes or Burrow or Hurts. But
True.
You can still get a quarterback late, and the points difference isn't going to make that big of a difference compared to other positions.
But I think if you're looking at some of these teams, you're going to take Kelce, I would say, over a Chiefs. I'm talking Chiefs only.
Mm-hmm.
Kelce's your player you're drafting over a running back.
Yeah, I imagine Kelce would be end of the first round.
Yeah, he'd have to be. And then
But he's not going ahead of 3 or 4 running backs.
Yeah, I still
exactly.
Think, yeah.
But if you're looking per team, who are you drafting per team out of each team? Not saying this is a little different than actual fantasy football, but if you're a person that's going to be on a snake draft, you're probably going to go for Kelce over a running back because then you could just grab a running back on the way because they're still valuable, but you're not.
Yeah, but then again, your tight end between 1 and 6 is a huge difference because Kelce was so good.
Right.
I think honestly, you have 1, 2, and 3, and then it just drops off tremendously for
running backs.
No, for
tight ends. Yeah. Well, who's your top 3? You've got Kelce. Are you still putting Mark Andrews in that top 3?
I don't.
Okay. You've got Kittle.
I still put Kittle in top 3,
and then
especially in that offense.
Yeah, but then after that, I mean, Dawson. Who are you really grabbing? That's a big threat. Maybe what was the Raiders? He's not there.
Waller went to the Giants.
Yeah, Wallen maybe a couple years ago, or Waller a couple years ago. You would, but other than that, yeah, you're right. It's just like if you're gonna grab a tight end, you got to grab him early. But we're digressing.
Well, we answered his question though.
We did though. I bought a pack of cards, a box actually. I got a Travon Walker autographed. He was the number 1 draft
on the Jags.
On the Jags there, so I'm pretty excited. Number 1 overall. So boom, in everyone's friggin' faces.
I'll go on the record and admit that that's probably the Jags division this year.
Is that who you're putting? Would you put money on them?
It's them or I think that them are the Titans. But
Titans getting freaking
that guy's an idiot.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Hopkins is an idiot.
That's where receivers go to die.
No, AJ Brown, dude,
he left to get good. Julio went
there.
They
traded
died.
him.
Andre Johnson went there and died. Randy Moss went there and died.
Okay, true. But they traded AJ out
And he got better.
Because he wanted out.
to the Eagles.
And he got good.
But pound it. Me and Craig, Eagles fans, until we die.
Yeah.
Actually, no, that's Jamie. I forgot. Jamie is, here's the Eagles fans. It goes Jamie, Craig, Brandon Thorpe. That's how I picture it.
Cool.
Pretty close.
If that's what you want to say, so you don't get in trouble.
She don't listen to this.
She does. Okay.
Does she?
Yeah, she does.
Are you guys going to the Eagles Seahawks game this year?
Yeah, we got 50-yard line tickets,
I don't think
and
it
I'm gonna wear my Eagles shirt. Just kidding. I'm
did. It
not.
sounds
All right,
made
we'll
up.
take pictures because I'll be there.
We're pictures with you.
If you wear your Eagles stuff, yeah.
It's a Monday Night Football game, right?
No.
That's a Sunday Night Football
It's
game,
a
right?
normal Sunday game.
It's a normal Sunday game, right?
Hopefully it gets flexed in. That'd be awesome.
That would
It's
be
the
cool.
weekend
It's-
before Christmas.
Yeah, it's later on. That's the one that has a lot of potential.
Potential for what?
Getting flexed.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
I don't know that. I don't know the
Depends how the
Sunday night.
Seahawks do.
I don't know that Sunday night game that week either.
It's probably friggin' the Colts versus the Browns.
The Colts got no game, no prime time.
Browns might be good. Yeah, Colts don't have a primetime game.
At all?
No, it's gonna be a long year. It's gonna be a growing year.
That was last year.
No, last year was not a growing year. Last year was you have an old man that can't move
I
without
see.
a coach.
Browns are here in Seattle. That's the throwback jersey week.
I'm excited for that. That looked cool. I wanted to run through my television set when I saw that, even though I was looking at it on a phone. I wanted to run through my phone. Last question from Jared Skelley. Have you watched the show The Bear? You should, he says. I have not watched this show. I've heard about it, but I have not watched the show.
I watched Cocaine Bear. Does that count?
They have a cocaine.
Yeah, it does actually.
They also have a new movie out. I believe it's called Cocaine Cougar, and it's a
True story too.
It's the same thing. It's just a cougar on cocaine running around.
It's like the new Sharknado.
I have seen The Bear.
Did you
I
like
watched
it?
both seasons. It is very, very well done. I think it, from what I could tell, it seems like it takes like kind of the reality into like the food service industry. It makes it kind of you see behind the scenes kind of
Like the
I thought-
movie Waiting?
No, that was more of a comic take of what the food service is like. This is more of like everybody's probably on something and it's very stressful and like what the behind the scenes to make people like happy type stuff. And it was very well acted, I would say. I thought it was really good. There's one episode in particular that those who have watched it would realize it was like a flashback family episode, and John Bernthal, who played the Punisher, plays a character on there, and there's a flashback with them and the whole family. A ton of major named actors played in the flashback, and it was like a holiday episode, and for a lot of people it might give them like PTSD because it had a lot of like family intricate like things going on. This person flipping out, this person yelling, like a lot of dynamics of like family trauma.
Wait, did you have some PTSD?
Yeah, of Craig throwing my face into things. But it was really good, really well acted.
Yeah. Good. I haven't seen it. Maybe I'll check it out. I haven't seen. Craig just threw a David Robinson puffy ball at like a Nerf
But
ball.
he missed.
And Corey,
I don't want to hit the mic and all
Aim
that
is
stuff.
terrible.
yeah, it was actually pretty bad throw. But it's almost like if he lobbed it off a diving board. Do you guys still doing that? You guys still lobbing?
I haven't
Trying to
actually
make
been
great-
at the pool yet this year.
Let's
Yeah.
go right now.
Corey just keeps like turning me down when I invite him to come over.
What?
He doesn't really
Yeah.
invite me to come over.
What?
Yeah.
He's like, you want to get choke slammed?
No, I go, hey, is Travis going to be there?
And he says no, and you're like,
And then I don't
Oh
go.
wait,
Yeah.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey,
So on record,
we're striking together.
on record, you just said that you will not attend my pool unless Travis is there.
Oh, no, that's not what I said. I said that's what happened in the past so far.
That's good. That's good. Hey, time is flying. I'm going to tell the Vegas story on the next episode. I got a huge rant.
Oh, can't wait.
Yeah, a huge rant. Pretty upset about it, actually.
Are you never going back to Vegas again?
No, I'll go back.
Okay.
But let me just tell you,
It's going to take more than a month.
I've already booked it for October, but
But they're going to know I'm coming.
we got Veronica's Hot Topics. Veronica also a Patreon. If you guys are a Patreon, you want to ask any questions, make a segment up, let me know. But Veronica was tired of us talking about sports and stuff like that. And so she's like, hey, talk about girl stuff. So this is a segment called Veronica's Hot Topics where we grab a random topic out of a jar and then we talk about it from a men's perspective of what a girl's topic would be typically. Okay, you guys ready?
Born ready.
Oh, this is a good question. This is a great right now because I can feel it. Makeup in the heat. Wearing makeup on your face, but it's like 89 to 95 degrees outside.
I only wear makeup when it's 90 plus.
That's all you do?
Other than that, I don't.
Maybe it was Maybelline. Maybe it was Corey.
I was born with it.
Maybe you're born with it. I was a drama kid, so you got to wear some. Not a drama kid in high school. I did a couple plays, so you got to wear some makeup on that. And those heat, like the lights, are so hot on that stage. So I hated it. Like, so I could not imagine like getting ready to go out to the pool or go, to a nice pool in Vegas or whatever, or maybe the Bentley's pool in the backyard and putting on makeup and just having makeup on my face.
Do they make it where it's like smear proof, run proof, waterproof type stuff?
I think that's just a can of paint.
Oh, just lacquer.
I think that's just.
Then why wear it?
I don't know.
Go all natural.
I have no clue. In fact, I would like to hear about this from some girls. Craig, do you have anything to say about it? Have you ever tried on makeup?
Yeah, makeup in the heat. What's up with that?
That's her new Craig Bentley.
No,
segment.
you can't do that. You're gonna get sued. You're gonna get sued. That's the Saturday Night Live guy.
What's up with that?
That's the woo-wee guy. Woo-wee. What up with that?
What
up with that?
That's a good skit. That is a great skit.
It just came to my head.
You're gonna get sued.
And Corey actually does remind me of like who's the guitarist for that he sits there and it's come on, and we got Peter Nightingale, whoever it was. I can't remember who it is, and he's like sitting there, like kind of like.
Yeah, I don't remember.
He
I
always
just know
gets-
Sudeikis was the dancer.
He always gets bumped. Like it's.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
what's his name?
I forget.
You know what I think of makeup in the heat?
Yes.
It would appear to me that it would be like a girl's mascara if she was bawling her eyes out. That's the way makeup should look in the heat.
Yeah, it just sounds like going to a wedding in the heat or going on a date in the heat sounds miserable.
Yeah, just natural it, or just put like very little if you must.
Yeah, just do a little eyeliner, call it good.
Yeah.
Get a nice tan. If you can't tone it, tan it. If you can't put makeup on it,
I don't think for the most part the guy's gonna care.
dude. And if he does,
Although, have you seen those YouTube videos of the makeup changes? Like
what are you
like-
talking about?
I've seen these videos where you start with this woman, and like she'll like be like moving her head around, bobbing, and she'll have like missing teeth, and she'll look
Yeah.
a certain way, and then she'll show you the application process, and it's like painting layers on.
Yeah, and by the
and
end
at
of
the
it,
end, it's like a different person.
she's a smoke show.
and you're like, what just happened?
Yeah,
It's a clown.
Like, what is going on,
dude, I've seen those.
Like, that is crazy to me.
That's nuts.
Like, that's a lot of work.
And those girls, or they take it off at the end. Like,
Yeah.
like they look amazing, beautiful. They look like a 10, and then they start wiping it off, and then they take their dentures out. They take their it's like they're just like 62-year-old ladies.
Yeah, that's just nuts to me what that is capable of doing. I mean, I guess it should be with special effects makeup in the movies. You realize what they can be done with. But those videos just blew my mind at first. I'm like, geez.
Could you imagine if like your wife or spouse they got up early and they did that every morning,
morning,
and
so
so
you
you
didn't
never saw, and then the one day like they're on their deathbed and like they can't, and you're like, wow, this thing's really taking it out.
Like,
of you.
wow, one day.
That's like, dang, you're in
But-
the
It's
hospital.
like somebody flipped a switch.
But would you know it, or would you just chalk it up to the fact that it's at the end?
Did that in one day, though? Like, it was like a vampire sucked the life out of him.
Yeah, I think I've
Maybe?
never noticed.
Maybe?
I've never noticed your tattoos.
Yeah,
Oh,
The guns are out right now. Craig,
He's in a biker
because
gang.
it's hot in here.
No,
He's
Craig,
in a biker
He
gang.
doesn't look like he's in a biker gang. Craig looks like he's been farming all day.
Yes.
You look good. And you got this Bushwood. What's Bushwood CBC? Is that golf?
Yeah.
Is that a golf hat?
Yeah.
Got a shout out to my cousin Ben who listens. He said, "Oh yeah, I live by Warden, Washington. I'm gonna go hit up Sage Hills." So he's going out there. He said actually he already hit me up. He already went. He said it's beautiful there.
That's his Caddyshack hat.
Yeah.
Oh, is that from Caddyshack?
Yes.
I didn't know that. I should know that.
You
But
should.
I only watched that movie once. And
And
I
then
didn't
I was
watch it
done.
again. And I was like 12.
I've only seen Caddyshack like once. I don't watch a lot of movies over again anyway. Until recently, I've been watching them again because I found out my girlfriend hasn't actually seen a lot of movies.
Dude, that's
comedies.
fun.
And so, like, we watched We Are the Millers the other night just because she hasn't seen it. So I'm going back through and watching like just a bunch of random comedies because
That is
she's never
actually
seen them.
that is actually pretty cool because last night I was at tryouts and I got a screenshot of Carrie and Sid watching a movie that Sid had never seen, and she came home and it's all she wanted to talk about. She thought it was hilarious. She'd never seen Benchwarmers.
That would be right up her alley.
Yeah,
No,
so-
that makes sense.
So that's all she wanted to talk about, and I'm like, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait till she gets into like ice skating and then it's like Blades of Glory.
Here, I'll give my shout out with the story that goes into this.
Yeah.
My shout out is to Thou Who Should Not Be Named
Oh, wow.
because I get a text message from his daughter the other night
That was pretty good.
going, "Hey, Thou Who Should Not Be Named said you were in a TV show when you were younger called Life Goes On."
Corky.
And I go, "What?" And so I sent a picture back at Corky. And I go, "Yeah, this is what it was like being an actor when I was 5."
That's hilarious. I can just hear him. Hey, did you know? Hey, did you know? That's a good shout out. You got a shout out, Craig?
No.
Yeah, you do.
Just refuse that. He shouts out
You know
all,
what?
the,
I don't
all the
think,
listeners.
You know what I don't think I've did?
What?
I'm gonna do an important shout out
Oh, okay.
to myself for continuing to come on this show.
When he says that, he means showing up to record. I
You
just want to
flex
make
when you
sure.
did that?
The way Craig said that sounded a little bit awkward. That's not what happens. No,
4 times I've tried to get us canceled on this episode.
yeah, you've done a
alone.
great job so far. I'm going to shout out Craig and actually anyone that comes out to the trivia nights. They're starting to, we have kind of the same group showing up, and just like any sort of league, you start to see a little bit of, some rivalry going on. Some people that are like, one team showed up just to absolutely try to beat Craig, and then they got smoked. But it's cool to see some of the same people, and they kind of get the rivalry going. So come on out to Coal Street Brewery for that. I'm going to shout out the Patreons. Please join Patreon Full Buddy Cast. Patreon, search it. It's $5 a month if you want.
Please.
Kellen Hall, Eric Madrid, Holly Graff, Adam Kenny Art, Seth Loop. We need to get him on this thing. We need to talk. We need to get back in the loop with Seth. I've been texting him kind of here and there throughout the month. Great dude. Cassie Spencer, Amanda Keating, Shekinah Sarver, Jared Skelley, Homer Robertson, Veronica Lara, Ben Illman, Jamie Roberts. He's got an AU team getting put together, right? Enumclaw Zone type of a thing for softball.
Yep.
And so if you're wanting to help with that, contact me. I can get you his contact information. And, he's AU. Is it AU or AAU? I don't even know. What is it? University of Phoenix? What's it?
It's a club ball for girls fast pitch.
All right. And so that costs a lot of money. So if you want to support that, go for it. The Dashing Jamie Kenny, Jackson Zeidhook.
Still on there?
Yeah. Do we have an update on him?
He's doing. Last time I talked to him, he's fine.
He's not dead?
Nope.
Good.
He was in a sling, but he looked healthy.
Good.
I'm surprised he's paying you though after all those medical bills.
That's okay though. We're just, if you guys want to support him, you can, but mostly support Jamie Roberts.
There's a GoFundMe at no sure.
Sasha Carey Lynn at Edison City Ale House, Thomas Savageau, Councilman Anthony Wright, Sage Hills Golf and RV Resort, the real estate agent Cameron Stratton, and Katri Hoban. Appreciate everyone that listens, is a part of this stupid podcast. It's grown more and more. We hit 95,000 downloads and streams overall. One of our biggest ones was with you guys recently, and it was the time where Craig wasn't here. So Corey, good job. Thank you for. Just kidding. Just kidding about that.
I was gonna say I've only not been here one time.
I know,
It
that's
wasn't.
true.
It wasn't even.
Not big of a deal.
Well, no.
What he's saying is Corey
it
can't
wasn't-
pull the ratings. Is
Yeah.
what he's trying to
I
say.
said I was gonna say it wasn't garage night. The only time I wasn't.
Oh,
here.
that's right. It was
It
the
was-
non-garage night. I should check those stats, actually. How funny would it be if it was just like
Shed night.
just absolutely crushing?
They're like, it was somebody that found Shed Night but didn't know about Garage Night. They're like, why is there not more Shed Nights? And why is there only 2 when they were done?
These garage nights suck. Actually, I saw a memory 2 years ago. We had Leon for that. That was 2 years ago, and I didn't know that I'd actually kind of panned across and shared it, and then in my caption on the video it said, "The biggest fan of Garage Night was able to be on this episode." All right, everyone. Thanks so much for listening. Have a great week. Go Seahawks and Mariners and Wyndham Clark for the 151st Open. Do you guys have any goes or no?
Yeah, go Oakland. Keep losing. Haven't bought tickets yet, and I'm hoping it's going to keep getting cheaper.
Just go Colts.
Go Colts.
Yeah.
Go Midnight Colts.
Go Indiana Knights.
Indiana Knights. Thanks for listening, everyone. Have a great week.
Hello. Bye-bye.